Yeah, we do it every day at 10:05 in this election season, and it's pretty amazing. Trump's odds of winning the presidency soar as Biden faces growing scrutiny. Former President Trump's odds of returning to the White House are on the upward trajectory. President Biden's chances of re-election are in a free fall as the Democratic Party presumed nominee faces mounting scrutiny over his ability to serve as commander-in-chief. Karine Jean-Pierre, who is the White House press secretary, said the other day that although there have been multiple visits to the White House by a neurologist, that the president is not being treated for Parkinson's, he's not taking medication for Parkinson's, and he was never in treatment for Parkinson's. As a matter of fact, in January, the very same neurologist visited the White House physician, and the White House press secretary said that that visit had nothing to do with the president's physical. But she had to retract that and correct it, saying that she was talking about the dates weren't specified, that he was there for a different reason at a different time. But the fact of the matter is, on January 17th, that was exactly what this doctor was there for. Now, what bothers me about this, well, there's a lot of things that bother me about this. Very sincerely, the White House belongs to the American people. Presidents just occupy it. So it's our house. It's our government. We truly are a government of the people. And we may not see it that way. I know that there is a big machine that's out there. I'm not blind. But in the end, the American people own that house. Whenever there is a conversation about going to the White House, when you see a professional sports team or a college team win a national championship or a world championship, and there are some that say, well, I'm not going to go because of the president that occupies that White House. It blows me away. I have done so many cool things in my life. I've been privileged to go to a State of the Union address. I've been in that chamber, in the House chamber, and watched former President Obama give a State of the Union address. Now, again, you know where I stand. I don't agree with the policies of Barack Obama. I didn't agree with his presidency. I sat about 10 seats from the First Lady. In the same row as the First Lady. She was about 10 seats to my right. And I was moved. It was one of the most patriotic nights I've ever spent to watch my government at work. It was an incredible experience. I don't care who the president is. I don't care. I'm not a fan of Nancy Pelosi, and she's the Speaker of the House. I wasn't a fan of the presidency of Barack Obama. But it was an American experience to walk around that Capitol building and buzzing the way it was all that night. Former Congressman Matt Salmon is the one who invited me, and then we walked around that building. I could have walked around there all night. I've never been in the White House. I have never been inside the White House. I would go in an instant. I don't agree with anything this president is doing. I don't agree with the fact that he's staying in the race. For his own personal health, I don't think he should stay in the race. But if President Biden's team invited me to the White House, I would leave tomorrow. I would be there. So this isn't about Republican, Democrat. It isn't right and left. It's right and wrong. If the president is in decline, and I'm still saying if, giving them the benefit of the doubt, but I know what my eyes see. I know what your eyes see. If the president is in decline, and he has been for a while, shame on the people that have been hiding it from the American people. Everybody's entitled to privacy in their medical, HIPAA laws and everything else. I agree, but not when you're the president of the United States. When we are deciding whether or not you're qualified for another term in office, we have an absolute right to know when these things are happening. If the Democrats had run a fair primary, and I guarantee you that the knowledge and what you see of the president, I guarantee you, if he is in decline and what we see in public, we witness it, that other people close to him and that work close with him see it as well. There's no doubt. And if you are so dead set, and I don't even think it's about winning the election. I'll be really honest. I don't think it's about winning the election. I think it's about making sure Donald Trump doesn't. That's the other part of it. When you hate somebody else so much that you will do anything, you will compromise anything to win, I think it's a problem. Same with my side of the aisle. I don't agree with them when my side of the aisle does it. You want to win fairly. You want to win a race. Well, if it's a literal race, if you want to win a race or a campaign, you want to win. You shouldn't be in it. You shouldn't be asking people for financial support and volunteers if you're not in it to win. But if you're hiding the condition of the president of the United States from the American people so that Donald Trump can't win the presidency back, there's something wrong if that's what's happening. The odds of the former president winning are going up. The president of the United States challenged Joe Biden President Biden to a golf match.
I'm also officially challenging Cricket Joe to an 18-hole golf match right here. On Doral Blue Monster, considered one of the greatest tournament golf courses anywhere in the world, one of the great courses of the world. It will be among the most watched sporting events in history, maybe bigger than the Ryder Cup or even the Masters.
He went on to say this is what will happen if he loses.
And I will even give Joe Biden 10 strokes aside. 10 strokes, that's a lot. That means 20 strokes in case you don't play golf. I will give him 10 strokes aside, and if he wins, I will give the charity of his choice, any charity that he wants, $1 million. And I'll bet you he doesn't take the offer. I would bet he, because he's all talk.
And so it goes. This is all in reference to the president saying he was a 5 handicap at one time, and Donald Trump said that's the biggest lie he's ever told. And then President Biden said, I'll play golf against you if you carry your own bag. It was a weird moment. So the Biden campaign actually responded to this, which I found hilarious that they would even respond.
The former president at a Tuesday night rally in Doral, Florida.
Tonight I'm officially offering Joe the chance to redeem himself in front of the entire world.
To a debate this week, he says, also challenging the current president to a round of golf. Ignoring the debate idea, a statement from the Biden-Harris campaign says, we'd challenge Donald Trump to create jobs, but he lost $3 million. And we challenge Donald Trump to follow the law, but he breaks it.
So this is what it's been reduced down to. In the end, this is why I believe that Donald Trump's numbers are going up, or at least the likelihood of him winning are going up, and the likelihood of President Biden losing is going up, is because President Trump, former President Trump, is on the campaign trail. Yesterday, he released a 20-point plan of his vision for America, his basic platform. He put it up on social media, 20 items that he prioritizes in his next presidency, in his next term as president. And President Biden still is defending whether or not he's capable of doing the job. As a matter of fact, this is the White House press secretary talking about turning the page.
Right. We do want to turn the page. You heard me say this last week. We want to get to the other side of this. We want to continue doing the work, and that's what the president's going to do.
So you're not going to be able to turn the page as long as they're witnessing things that continue to happen. As I said, and we have it somewhere, but I don't think we're going to play it. The president of the United States was, again, giving the Medal of Freedom at a summit, and he was reading from a teleprompter and read directions instead of reading the speech. And anybody that's ever used a teleprompter, even when you write what's on the teleprompter, there are directions, pause, whatever. And he was supposed to pause. So in parentheses, after he spoke, it said pause on the teleprompter. But instead of pausing, he read the word pause out loud. As long as these things keep happening, these questions are not going to go away.
Thanks for watching the Mike Broomhead Show. Catch up on Amazing Arizonans, a KTAR News podcast, and click the button in the middle to subscribe.